I'm Spencer.
I'm Eric.
And I'm Troy McClure. You may remember me from such films. I saw Simpsons the other day.
Oh,
wait.
sexy lady in the chat.
Oh. This is the Edge Podcast, where we talk about three topics with a fifth. Well, we're doing a little different now, but we talk about three topics.
And then we have
intersperse it with a lot of drama.
And then we have a topic pool.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Go take a dip in the pool.
And then we pool out topics.
We do have three basic topics we want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
What are those?
Shit. What's your defining your best gaming moment? Like that involves
your
skill
achievement,
and, yeah. Like, oh man, I can't believe I did that. No one in my life does that. Something like that.
Yeah.
And mine is, what are you looking forward to this holiday season?
And mine sounds kind of boring, but I assure you it's not.
It's absolutely boring.
It's what are your default settings on video games?
All right. Do you want to start it off?
Yeah, I'll start it off with the most boring topic.
All right.
That's always good. And absolutely, you just throw in your ideas if you want a question answered. So, my topic is, when you turn on a game, be it RPG, be it first-person shooter, be it any of that nonsense,
Yeah.
what is your go-to default setting? What do you always switch to? So, for instance, if you're confused still, when I turn on an RPG, the first thing I do is go to the settings and make text speed fast, because I can't stand a slow text speed.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Golden Sun or something. But
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Mash
Justin.
A, mash A, mash A.
I usually, it happens a lot in fighting games.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fighting games are different. Playing Guilty Gear is different from playing Street Fighter, for instance. I usually don't mess with the controls, believe it or not, in fighting games.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to shooters, what I like to do...
So does that mess you up, though?
No.
Like when you're playing, if you pick up Tekken and the block is L1,
Well,
but if you pick up Street Fighter, block is triangle.
Well, there's no block in either one of those. So you hold back.
But punch, then.
Kick, punch. It's
no.
all in the mind.
As you're
Because-
switching between games, it doesn't mess you up?
No, because the way it works is if I'm playing, say I'm playing Street Fighter. Street Fighter works off of the 6-button system. You got 3 punches, 3 kicks. And then you'll have a fourth button that's the 3 punches together and then the 3 kicks together. Depends on if you want to use those. Meanwhile, Guilty Gear has a punch, kick, slash, and hard slash. Then it has dust, which is like your launcher, but it also works as your sweep to give you knockdown. It does not throw me out at all.
Wow.
As weird as it
All right.
sounds. Switching between that and Marvel, which has a 4-button system, and then your 2 assists. Yeah.
So you relearn the buttons for every fighter.
Yeah.
What about first-person shooters?
So with first-person shooters, I do switch the controls because I make my fire and my aim L1 and R1. It's more reactive that way. Like when
Your
I
index finger being, yeah.
Well, not even that. I play index for L2 and R2, but the difference is if I'm playing, say, Battlefield, and I'm trying to go for a headshot, it's a longer time to press down R2 to fire the sniper rifle than it is to hit R1. So it's
Gotcha.
easier for me to just fire that way. But I usually switch those. I'll probably, whenever I figured I'll pick up Destiny again and play it for a little bit, I'm probably going to switch the controls just like that as well. If they let me. I'm pretty sure
They do. Yeah, they do.
But I usually keep sensitivity. I'll usually bump sensitivity up 1. Like if it's like Halo, it comes in at 3, so I'll probably put it at 4. If it's
Pussy.
if it's Battlefield, something like that, I usually keep it as is because you really can't touch the controls if you're used to them, or the sensitivity. What about you, Eric?
Well, FireMax616 in the chat says he keeps his at the minimum settings. So are you dropping your sensitivity all the way down to 1? Or are you doing the default 3 or 4 that they give you?
Yeah, because if it's at 1, man. And if you play
At that
on
point,
computer,
your keyboard turning.
That's probably how I play Halo.
just
It's hold on, guys. I'm getting
wait a
there.
minute. I got him. I gotcha.
Okay,
Take
he
that
does
ro- Oh, I'm dead.
default. He does default. Okay,
That
okay.
seems safe. That's how I played Halo. It's just because I didn't know the controls that well, so it's I'm timing up the left stick. I'm all right, like chasing down an X-wing.
I gotcha.
Stay on target.
I just imagine you as an old man. That's what I was thinking. You're all right,
Yeah.
sucker. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm dead. Oh, he killed me. Huh?
Oh.
Oh, nice shot.
I'm gonna get you
Oh,
next
don't
time.
you know? Nice shot. Let's keep it going.
All right, and Kieran in the chat says that he shoots his sensitivity up to max when he's playing first-person shooters.
Oh my lord!
Which I
Oh
will
my
say,
God.
as soon as I start a game, I don't throw it into max, but I work my way as I play the game as I keep going. Just randomly, I'll just bump it up a notch, bump it up a notch.
I mean, it sounds like Kieran's just better than you.
Oh god!
Probably is.
Just as a whole, right? Like you just start getting real sad. Oh yeah,
Kieran
better
doesn't
than
give a shit.
better than me. Oh okay.
Yeah. So for me, like I picked up Destiny, and I was kicking through Destiny, and
Sorry, I'm just
Kick it-
pantomiming.
you're fine, dude. I'm just laughing.
Well, I wasn't sure what a kick was, so I'm glad that you pantomimed that.
I'm here for you.
7 years of soccer didn't really treat me well in knowing what that was. So
It chills in your legs. Anyway.
Calves.
No, you got
So
big calves on
when I'm kicking through Destiny, I start off default. I make sure that inversion is off. I can't do inverted controls. I cannot do that
God.
at all.
Fuck that.
I don't know why that's even a thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Some people require it.
I know. My brother, for whatever reason, just all of a sudden one day he's like, I'm inverted. And he just every
Out of
game
the
he
closet.
played.
Don't you mean introverted?
I would hate to like tell my parents that. It's like you
Mom,
just,
Dad.
Oh,
Mom,
that's a good
Dad.
point. Eternal Chaos says turn on subtitles. I always turn on subtitles. Every single game I play, no matter what.
Oh yeah.
It might fuck up the delivery of like certain lines, but I need it on because sometimes they'll just be like Metal Gear Solid. They'll be like Snake. You don't.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Or that one
Yeah.
that was like Snaku, Snaku.
Snaku.
Yeah, and then they just write out
Said
SNAKU.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I cannot do inverted controls. Like,
Nah, me neither.
yeah.
It's kind of like
So-
detrimental.
That instantly, like, actually I started playing Entwined, and the entire game, like, you're playing with the thumbsticks, you're going cool, whatever, you beat the level, then you turn into the dragon, and it's inverted controls, and you have to go collect these things, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, what is going on? No, menu.
Dragon's just fucking around.
I was like, I'm sitting there trying to fly up, and I'm in the water, and the guy's just like hovering in the water, and it's like, no, he's supposed to be beautifully flying through the sky.
Nope.
But no,
I'm in the water.
I'm just nose diving, and I'm like, well, I don't even knowing that it's inverted,
Yeah.
I still can't relate. Like, I want to go up, so I pull down on the stick, and then I go up. No, I still can't figure that out.
Well, it reminds me. Do you remember when like split screen was a thing for first person shooters?
No, what's that?
Yeah.
And so he's a little baby.
Oh.
But when split screen was a
Wow.
thing, and you'd be playing with your friends, you all sit down, you start playing, and one person dies, and then they're like, "All right, yeah, we'll just blast you." And you're like, "Hold on," you pause it. He's like, "All right, I got to change my settings a little bit." And then everyone just kind of watching, and he's like,
I
"Hold
had
on,
that.
brother."
I had that. My cousin and I sat down on the Xbox One, and we're playing the Halo remastered thing.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious because I never played the original Halos, so I didn't know. I had no idea what the buttons did. And I will say that for first-person shooters, I have a standard now.
Yeah.
I have a standard of like, this is shoot, this is grenade, this is melee, these are what these buttons are. And for first-person shooters, I cannot relearn that for every game.
Yeah.
Split screen, it's like looker,
Yeah.
screen looker.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Um,
you're cheating.
I
Oh.
never in my life could get the hang of Halo 1
Mhm.
because, well, I played Halo 1 when it was still relevant, but then like Halo 2 came out, and I think they were switching the controllers. Halo switched their controls like 7 or 8 times, and there's only been about 5 games.
Yeah.
You know,
It's amazing what things they're doing at like mid game.
I know,
the
right?
mid game shift.
There was a patch apparently, and everyone fucked up for about a week. But Call of Duty set the standard for shooters as far as how everything works. Like,
My
okay, this is
controls
awesome.
are Call of Duty
Right.
controls.
As much as I hate the franchise, man, they had a good control scheme going.
They did.
You actually did you know some people do not even put thought into their control schemes. Some game developers actually don't. Devil May Cry, for all its
Nuance.
yeah, on occasion, I love the game, but
Nuance is a
careful,
compliment.
The taunt thing.
huh?
The taunt
No,
thing.
not the taunt thing.
Okay, you
Taunt
mentioned
is
that in your
whatever.
review.
Yeah, but I mean that's because there isn't a select button
Wait, we do reviews
every week.
on the Itch Network.
On
On
YouTube?
YouTube? Oh,
What?
okay.
What?
Interesting.
Oh, never mind.
That's crazy.
Um,
I'd like to subscribe to that. I don't know.
but regardless, for all its like shortcomings, I guess one of the best things about it is they put careful thought into the control scheme
Mm-hmm.
to make sure you can shoot when you jump, but you also have a jump button if you don't hit jump, which is high time, which doesn't make sense to you guys, and that's okay. But there's a move that launches you in the air, so you can use it as a jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Hey, so one of my default settings is for RPGs, and I'm playing some old school ones right now. And we kind of brought it up a little bit, but when I turn on an RPG, one thing I've noticed is that with Final Fantasy VI, and they did it with Chrono Trigger as well, it's like, hey, do you want to make this an active battle system or a turn-based one?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm going all active, baby. You know I play that active.
I love the threat of not being able to make a choice.
Yeah.
Shit, do I heal or not?
Oh!
The suspense is killer.
Yeah. So that is
The
a must.
suspenser.
Oh, that's your new name now.
The
You are
suspenser.
Suspenser.
Oh,
The
that's a good name.
suspenser.
That's a really good name for me. By the way, I'm
For his
Spencer.
WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to play the game?
Yeah.
And then it's like the itch logo in the background.
Yeah.
And then you come in. Do, 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 do.
Yeah.
And you look all mad and stuff.
Yeah.
I work chest.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
Chest
Uh,
all day, every day.
I'd be one of the wrestlers that always wears pants. You know what I'm saying?
Hiding his
Right.
calves.
Wear like all pants all the
Like
time.
like the Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
So-
like
I was always curious about that.
like,
It's
what would they look like in tights?
Just twigs.
Uh,
And then just
Just
upper
like
body.
really pale, like skin.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's my default. Is that the fast text speed, of course, is a must.
Yeah.
And some of them, like in Earthbound, they let you actually pick like what the pictures looked like, what the text looked like with
Ooh.
colors and stuff.
Oh.
So I'd go.
oh, the
mint.
text background.
Chrono Trigger.
Chrono Trigger did that as well.
Did Chrono Cross? I don't remember.
Yes, Chrono Cross did as well. You could
Yeah.
actually collect them in Chrono Cross.
It was so cute.
So cute.
That's what you did New Game Plus for. It wasn't for the
right.
party members.
Yeah, it's for those text boxes.
So that font.
Yeah.
Ah, rest in peace, Roddy Piper.
Oh, Randy.
God rest his soul. God rest his soul.
We had all the answers, and then he went and changed all the questions.
Right. First time I heard that, I was like, "What does that mean, Dad?"
Every time I want to repeat that, I'm always like, okay, he asked, he did the answers and the questions were.
He's the dependent variable.
Yeah, I can never remember.
So yeah, we all have our different
Cool.
kinks that we need for options.
Each of us are a little kanky.
Next
question.
All right, next question.
What do
I
you-
guess.
What do you guys? What do you jerk off? I don't know.
So for me, I'm just gonna jump in here and say, what are you two looking forward to for this holiday season?
Honestly, now that I've had a little bit of time with it, there's no definite release date. I'm hoping it comes out the holiday season. But Guilty Gear, Revelator, they're adding in Jam, Johnny, Jack-o'-lantern, and maybe another character. They're announcing something on the 24th. So
The suspenser.
the suspenser. Like, you want to play the game? But if I had to choose, if it wasn't that, I hope Assassin's Creed is good. Not exactly looking the most forward to it.
Mhm.
Syndicate looks. I just love the setting.
Yeah, the setting's
Alone.
amazing. It seems like they're actually putting, what's that word? Effort into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, right there with you. Kill a Coyote, Battlefront is probably the biggest thing because I know we're gonna get on it.
Oh my god,
And
we are
then-
gonna storm that shit.
We're gonna storm those troopers.
No, we're. I don't know. What are we doing?
What do you mean?
Republic or Empire? I
Uh,
guess. We could switch all the time.
Yeah, you switch all the time, but I mean, I would come on, dude. Like Empire.
Empire.
Yeah, baby.
Let's be honest here.
Yeah,
MGS5, I'm definitely excited for. Drops in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I got the Kleenex ready, not only to clean up, but to dry my tears.
But he asked about the holiday season, and I don't feel like
September.
doesn't count.
September is really a holiday
Unfortunately.
season. I know there's
Holidays.
Labor Day in there.
What, like
Well,
beginning of
what's that
November?
about?
What would you say holiday season is? Beginning of November?
I would say,
I would say anything day after Christmas, like
Halloween. I'd say
Day after Halloween?
Yeah,
no,
the day after Halloween.
I'm thinking Black
November.
Friday and on.
Really?
That's when the deals start, the holiday deals. So I see
Yeah,
that as a
but
holiday.
if that were the case, then you would just say Christmas or its respective
Well, Christmas is the only
Any variation.
Christmas is the only holiday in that time frame.
Hanukkah,
Thanksgiving.
Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. But
In
I would
America, at least.
Hanu what?
Haruka.
Kwanzaa, is that like a Dragon Ball Z move or something?
Right. Feel my Kwanzaa. I would say Fallout, but I already know it's going to be decent. So, yeah. Anyway, next.
For me, Battlefront was on my list. The Black Friday deals to pick up an Xbox, which I'm so excited to grab one that I might not be waiting. I've been entering in every contest I can find to win one.
Really?
Like every trivia thing I can find, I'm busting my ass trying to be the first to respond and answer and all that stuff.
Right.
Show us your tits.
Radio call in.
For an Xbox One.
I've done that plenty of times.
I have a form and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
Tease 'em
trying to
with
pick
one.
up an Xbox One as quick and cheap as I can.
Mhm.
But if anything, I'll end up getting one this Black Friday season.
What are you looking at getting it for?
I'm looking for Recore.
Okay.
I'm looking
That comes out,
for.
does that come out next year?
Does it?
I think
I don't
it. I
know.
think it does. I think it's like March or February next year,
Okay.
if I remember right.
Yeah.
Looking Recore, Rare Replay. I want to
Okay.
get some Banjo Kazooie and
Dude,
some
I think
Conquering.
that game is overrated. Can
Man.
I just say that?
What, Banjo?
Rare Replay.
Well, it's a collection of games.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I know.
But
I'm
you
aware of what it
think
is.
all of what
Thank you
Rare-
for telling me what it is.
You think all of what Rare is overrated then?
Well, for one thing, and I know that they don't have any
Haters.
control over it, but they can't put Donkey Kong in there. So fuck that. GoldenEye can't go in there, so fuck that. I got
Yeah.
Perfect Dark. That's a better game.
Yeah.
Perfect
I'm going to
Dark.
say Perfect Dark's better than GoldenEye.
Oh God, we might get. Might,
It is.
Might get killed.
It's a better game than GoldenEye.
Well, I didn't play
Flat out.
either one of them enough.
It's GoldenEye on freaking steroids.
I just,
Killer Coyote. Put a parenthesis dot, capital Y dot, and then an end parenthesis. Try
Yeah.
that one.
Oh,
That
excuse-
shows the cleavage a little better. So you can like.
They're a little more closer together. There's not so much separation.
Okay.
But yeah,
Um,
no, I honestly do. I really do think that Rare Replay is overrated.
Damn.
They got Banjo Kazooie, which is cool, but there's way better like 3D platformers out there. Would you really?
It's nostalgia for me.
Is it really?
Yeah, if you
Banjo-Kazooie.
grew up with it, that's the
Banjo-Tooie.
same thing as someone saying to you.
I grew up
like,
with Banjo Kazooie, but I don't know if I'd pay money for it.
No, I'm saying like Mario. Someone could say the same thing and be like, "Oh, Mario's overrated," but they didn't grow up with it. You didn't really enjoy. You weren't there for like the grounded levels. So nostalgia is a
but
powerful
think about a
force.
large chunk of those games are like, would you pay? I know. Basically, it's $1 for a game, right?
Yeah,
Thir-
it's 30 games, $30.
Yeah.
Would you pay $1 for Cameo?
No,
You couldn't hand me that game.
but I would pay $3 or $2 for Battletoads.
Would you?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Battletoads is good.
Because I can get that for free.
Well, you can, but I'm saying at the grand scheme.
But you're
of things,
support. There's a
You're
difference
supporting.
between
Who are you supporting?
You're supporting Rare.
the man.
Rare? Do you know Rare? The people that made those games are like so far separated from Rare right now.
Not entirely.
Almost entirely.
For Killer Instinct, it's a lot of the same people.
Almost entirely.
Not Killer Instinct.
Look into Killer Instinct, fine, but the people that made those classic Rare games, as soon as Microsoft bought them, it's freaking done. That game is done. The
You
people
know-
that made people in Perfect Dark, they left. Those people make Time Splitters.
They perfect darted.
Yeah, so they left. So they're so far. What are you supporting?
Here's
Unless it's
my
game
thing.
related, no.
I don't care who I'm supporting. If I want video games, I'm paying developers to make video games.
Or to repackage.
Or to
In
repackage,
this
yeah,
case.
put them in an
I can understand if it was a new IP, but they are repackaging. I will say that.
I
Yeah,
don't
but
know.
when was
There's
the last
there's a whole
time?
bunch of like crappy NES
He
games
is
in there,
true.
isn't there?
I
Are we
would
all-
say that I would actually play about half of them in that list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other-
Is everybody really gonna be like, oh my god, those classic
Nuts and
NES
bolts.
Rare games?
Yeah.
Give me
Like, oh, it's
Banjo-Kazooie,
so
Nuts and
good.
Bolts.
If Nuts and Bolts came in that package, I would play it.
I would not. I can't stand that game. And
Well, yeah, but you'd play it and try it.
Yeah, I would.
You'd
I
give it a
would.
shot.
I would mess around with it, but
Put
I'm
it back
not.
to
I'm
the
not
dark
feeding it.
recesses.
I'm not letting it stay the night. I'm just. I'm just kind of giving a good, fair little conversation, and see where it leads from there.
All right, you gotta go home now. Leave. Get
Out.
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 I'm calling the cops.
I don't know. That's just my take on Rare.
So
Rare
and
replay. I'm not a.
I won't. I will say that my argument for it isn't directed at Rare. I would not defend Rare itself, but I'm defending game developers and publishers out there. Not so much publishers.
It's a hard
developers.
life.
I think publishers take advantage of re-releases constantly. That to me, developers aren't the ones who are really pushing for their game to be re-released. It's the publisher trying to bank more on it. The developer, if they're not getting money, you're not paying them anything, they're not developing another game. You're voting with your wallet. If you want to see what Rare's going to come out with next, if you want to see what Camelot or Microsoft or Nintendo, if you want to see what they're going to come out with next, they have to have some kind of money. Granted, they also have to provide you a product that you're willing to, a fair trade kind of thing. But to me, $30 getting Conquer alone, Conquer, the original Conquer, not the Xbox remake of Conquer.
Oh god.
But that and Banjo-Kazooie, like, that's enough for me to say $30. Yeah, I'll toss it that way.
I don't want to hear complaints about Nintendo anymore. That's all I'm saying. Rare literally just put out a package of 30 games they just want you to try.
Well, at least they put it on one disc compared to Nintendo.
Yeah, it's
They're
like what, $5 a game?
Yeah. So the argument
5 to $10 a game.
I would
Yeah.
still say the most valuable games that they could have put on there are not on there. And I think that is...
On
What?
Rare?
yeah, on the
Killer
Rare
Instinct's on there, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it
that
is.
wasn't one of the things that
And
would
Killer
make me
Instinct,
play.
the N64 version.
That's all that matters.
No, because they need Donkey Kong.
If Killer Instinct Gold is on there,
Well,
no.
doesn't Nintendo own Donkey
Yep.
Kong now?
Yeah.
So they couldn't.
They always own Donkey Kong.
Yeah, that's the point. Sucks.
Spencer's
So
just
nothing
being a
else that
hard
Rare
ass.
did was worth anything?
Conquer is probably worth something. That, just for the fact that it's hilarious.
Killer Instinct.
But anyway, so what the topic was...
You, next. What are you looking forward to?
Kind of like what he said. I'm actually looking forward to getting an Xbox One.
Yeah, I think we all are.
I've seen a couple deals sling by. Nothing, because I know they're going to go all out for the November one.
Yeah.
So I'm like...
What were they last year? What were the deals last year?
They cut it down $50.
Yeah, that was the thing, is they dropped it $50 and then included like the Assassin's
Yeah,
Creed
something
stuff
like that. Yeah.
that.
They're
So
trying
basically
to-
that deal is what it is now, like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm just curious what they're going to throw in this Thanksgiving, because they're really pushing for it.
Is there any remake of a game you would like to see personally? Resident Evil 2, and it's coming out. So I'm okay. Life is good. Probably,
That's a good question.
Probably, I would want to see a remake of Devil May Cry with Devil May Cry 3 and 4's system, because it was a work in progress. Before they got,
Fantasy
if not either one of those,
Oh.
I would want to see a remake of Beautiful Joe, because that game is just
That was for the
Excite Bike,
GameCube,
just go
right?
play
Yes,
Mario
GameCube.
Kart.
I think I remember.
made by Clover. Just about everything Clover dipped their hands into, and later Platinum Games kind of became their archetype, was just everything to 11. They're like, how do we turn this cooler than anyone else ever thinks of? Like, okay, you're playing as a sci-fi trooper. Guess what? You can grind on the floor and shoot people while you're at it, and you flip all over the place. It's great. You're playing as a witch who uses her hair as her clothes, but also to rip apart angels. Isn't that metal? Like, come on, that's their archetype. So, come on.
Yeah, what would I think? I'm trying to think of what I would want out of what game I would want remade. That's a really tough question.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's Earthbound.
No, I wouldn't want Earthbound remade.
You wouldn't want Earthbound?
No.
No, him
Oh,
and I had
maybe
a
it's
huge
Dragon
discussion
Quest.
about
Yeah,
this.
he and I had a
concept.
big argument about what
You
remakes
guys fought?
do.
You guys fought?
We did.
Hey, Mom, Dad.
We sent you to your room first.
Right? I know, right? What the fuck? Like, we're not fighting. We're not fighting! Remakes, here, I'll give you what I think remakes should be. Remakes should offer an experience that's different from its initial, inception. A good example of a remake, which is a true, definite remake, is Resident Evil and the Resident Evil remake. They added in...
And everyone just bitched that it was a remake.
Right, it was like, oh, what the fuck? Well,
These aren't the controls I'm used to.
Well, no, the controls were absolutely the same. It was tank controls, but they added Crimson Heads.
Isn't that the one where they added the ability to switch the control?
No, that's the one they put on PS4 and everything like that.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't. It was tank controls on the GameCube, but
Ugh,
they
yeah.
added no.
For a remake, though, that should be on the table.
What? Different controls.
Different
scheme?
controls. Everything should be on the
It
table.
should, but there's a difference between
For
there's-
remaster, that's where it should just be a graphical update.
Yeah, but there was more to it for a remake, and there's a reason why the tank controls stayed, which is another topic entirely. But they added that. They added Lisa Trevor. They added new voice actors. Thank God. They added in new scenarios, new areas, things like that. A remake should stand alone. It should have the essence of the original game, but it should stand alone.
I have a game.
What?
It's a game I've never played. I played it briefly,
Okay.
but I don't know if everybody's gonna know this game. But it's a Super Nintendo kind of cult hit called Terranigma.
Terranigma.
It was actually It's part of a trilogy,
Why'd you look?
like a spiritual trilogy. I can't
I
remember.
thought you were
what-
about to say something.
It might be the Daikin Sensetsu. Is that?
Okay.
I'm probably wrong
Is
on that,
that
but
the,
it's part of a
the
trilogy.
Glory of Hercules?
No, like the Sword of Mana
Oh, Sword of Mana.
grouping in that.
Okay.
And I think it's part of the Secret of Evermore, but it's and tell me if I'm wrong. I could totally be wrong, but I know it's an RPG in that area, and it had so many forward-thinking ideas of like a world that you could change
Mhm.
based on like what you do around it.
Yeah.
But it was just wasn't the right time for me. And I think if they made it in like a cool 3D kind of setting and everything, that it would really, really take off.
Definitely stand out.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I had another one.
No, too bad. You can't have more than one.
Damn it. Okay.
Killer Coyote from the chat says GTA San Andreas.
That's a good one.
Do they really need to though?
San Andreas was good. It doesn't really need anything else.
Because well, I mean they
It was good for
they've
what
got
it was.
other Grand Theft Auto 5, isn't it? I mean, I know it's not the exact same map or anything,
But
but
GTA 5 is amazing on its own,
But
and San Andreas is amazing on
same
its own.
concept though.
Yeah, same concept. I think Grand Theft Auto is probably the hardest thing to pitch a remake to, just because it's like, does it really need it?
Yeah, like just
They all
No.
knock it out of the park every time they come out,
Yeah.
and they kind of set a standard to where it's like, if you remake it, you kind of lose that standard at that point.
before we get to the
Do
next
you
question,
guys
yeah.
have any idea what game I would pick?
That's what I was going to ask you.
Oh,
Oh.
Shining Force.
No.
T-
Shining Force is fine the way it is. Yeah, remake Destiny.
Right.
I think they are with the Taken King. The
Um,
Taken King coming
They
out
should,
in
dude, they
September.
should add a story to that game because the setting's really cool. But
They
if added
actually-
a story to Destiny. Oh my god, it'd be
They
so good.
actually, you know, all the Grimoire cards. Do you even know what those are?
Yeah, you told me.
They're
yeah.
actually voice acting all of them, so you will have in-game story for it all.
Mr. North.
But the game that I would love to have remade,
yeah.
Oh,
Legends of Dragoon.
that would be
Double
great.
slash.
You know what though?
Yep.
I disagree because I love the backgrounds of that game too much.
Yeah, they
I
are,
really like that hand drawn.
but I think it got drowned out when it came out by all the different RPGs and Final Fantasy that was there.
Yeah.
I think it definitely got drowned out, but I think that game was fantastic. I thought the trigger system, the time action, what the hell's that called?
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, what is
like
that?
that you-
So
that
it's
you were
like you
telling
have
him what
to
it
like
was
you have
by saying
every
whatever
time
it
you
is.
attack, it's turn based.
Yeah.
But when you attack, you have to hit a X at the right moment for it to for you to continue your combo.
Yeah.
Action events, time events.
Dude.
I can't think of the name of it.
Kind of like QuickTime events, I guess.
Quick-
There's
yeah,
a couple
kind of
games that
like
did
that. Kieran asked a really interesting and controversial question. If you could make a sequel of any game, what would it be?
God Hand. I'd make a sequel to God Hand.
Now, I didn't finish God Hand, nor did I ever even play it, but wasn't the ending pretty concise?
No.
Uh,
Asshole.
Yeah.
No.
You know, them losing, not being a company anymore, or something like that.
And becoming another company and selling just fine.
mhm.
Just say it.
Uh,
Twos.
well, they're coming out with that game that you like. No.
2 out of 10, that's all
The
I'm saying.
dragon and the guy. That's them. That's Platinum.
Oh god, Scalebound.
Yeah. I'm sure other people will get that game. I hope it sells well just because I like the company. But I don't really care for the game. Just like the same thing
I'll
with
be
Bayonetta.
entertained with it.
Bayonetta 2, I could care less. But
Yeah, in our
I was happy it sold well.
in our Gamescom conference recap, we
Yeah.
talked about Scalebound and your thoughts on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Yeah. God Hand's one of my favorite games, and I think we're dropping.
We are dropping frames.
We are.
One moment, guys.
Should I just keep talking or no? Yeah, I'm gonna keep talking. So anyway, God Hand, I actually appreciate, and the biggest reason as to why is because God Hand has a level of humor to it that most games don't have nowadays, and it was really offensive. There's some parts like they made fun of like gay people, they made fun of black people, and I was just like, I don't care, I'm gonna keep playing. It doesn't matter. But yeah, God Hand. Spencer, keep talking.
Oh,
What do you got?
Alright. If I could get a remake of any game, it'd be... Or no, a sequel.
Sequel.
It would be... Well, there's already a sequel to it, but I would like a Mother 3 to come to America. But If I could do a complete sequel to it, it would be Chrono Cross.
I was gonna say Mother Forker.
There's a fan made Mother 4
Really?
that's being worked on that'll definitely get shut down.
Oh God. That's always nice. See, send us out.
So we are dropping frames right now, so bear with us. But
Damn it.
I would pick like a Chrono Trigger threequel or whatever you want to call it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And exploring Magus, because I think Magus had a lot of room to.
He had so much story, and I'm pissed off that they. Oh, maybe he matters in Chrono Cross. Oh, wait, he kind of does, but he might be in it. Like, that's bullshit. Just
Yeah. So that's probably what I would pick.
take it one way or the other.
Yeah.
Spence or Eric would probably pick the stream as a sequel.
The stream?
Yeah,
Our Twitch stream?
yeah.
I would love a sequel.
The frame rate would be so much better.
yeah.
But wait, what was it? What was the next one? If you could voice a video game
If you
character.
could do a voice of a video game character, who would you pick?
I hate my voice, and I think that's a natural psychological thing. A lot of people hate their voices. I think
I
naturally.
love my voice.
Does our audio cut out when we lose stream?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it's just we look choppy, but they can still hear us.
Okay.
But I think
Oh, it's back up.
if I had to voice someone, I'd probably, because I couldn't do a masculine character. I'd have to do like a humorous character.
Yeah.
So I would probably do a character that had comedic relief. A lot of times that was like the guy that's probably not taken seriously. Just like in real life. And maybe, I don't know, someone from like Metal Gear that has a Drebin kind of mentality where I'm just like, I'm cooler than you think I am. I can't think of a character off the top of my head. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's a really tough question. I would want to do it in a Dragon Quest.
Really?
Yeah.
What would you be?
And I would want to do, because they tend to do Cockney accents.
Oh, really? Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Glad to have you here.
Yeah, I would love that. So we do a Dragon Quest, and I would just be a side character that's like a joke, and it would be a terrible Cockney accent.
Do it. Give us
Yeah,
a-
it'd be like so they're traveling across a bridge, and I'd be a bridge troll.
Oh, God.
Because I'm a troll in online.
In
so I'd be
reality.
the bridge troll.
You can't see the green?
Be like you can't get across the bridge unless you pay the toll.
So you're gonna be doing the Dragon Quest 8 dude, the guy with like the yellow cap, the big dude.
Yangus?
Yeah, yeah. You're gonna do him.
With the axe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It'd be
I hated
his
that guy.
style, but I'd be a troll.
Good night. I can reach out.
Oh, I should voice Bayonetta. You're really funny.
I think it's talking
Eternal
about me.
Chaos. You're a really funny guy.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I would I don't know who I'd voice if I did a video game.
I would give you. I don't know if you can carry the weight of his voice, but I was gonna say voice Sully in Drake,
Sully and Drake.
but he's good at already. You never played it in Uncharted, right?
No, I have not played Uncharted yet.
Okay.
There's a
collection's coming
definitive
out, yeah.
there's
It's
a
coming
definitive edition coming out, and I'm gonna be playing through that entire thing.
You might burn out, so I would alternate other games in between it. Play the first one, alternate.
Is there a lot of sneaking?
No. Oops,
Okay.
Sorry. There's
All
not
right.
Really.
As long as there's no sneaking involved, and I can just go ham.
They're sneaking in the second one, but it's literally like one mission, and there's a
Okay.
little bit of sneaking in the third one, but it's a flashback.
Okay, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna buy pizza when I get to the second one,
Okay.
and you guys come here. Eat a piece of pizza. No, beat this sneaking
So
part
you should
for
be a
me.
narrator. Yeah, you should narrate Trine.
No, you know what? Why don't you learn how to sneak like a man?
Oh God.
Hide from your enemies and quit being such a little pussy about it.
Right.
That
Be a big
doesn't
boss.
make any sense.
You should do. Yeah, you should be a narrator, and you should narrate should narrate. If they could, you should narrate Destiny's. What's it called? Grimoire cards.
Whoa, Kieran, that is thank you, but
Who is the White Morgan?
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Oh, he just misspelled white.
Welcome to the
Yeah,
show.
robotic
You,
popes.
Kieran, I understand
These
that you're
penguins.
not from here.
Not from around these
I'm not
parts.
Around these
from
parts.
around here.
White was yeah, but he I will say Eric has a beautiful voice, and we love to use him as the announcer. Things.
He puts me to sleep. I'll be like, hey, just talk to me. lying in bed.
He calls me every night.
Yeah, when he tells me about the technical details, that's usually how it goes. So I figured out how to make the stream work. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna set you on speaker.
And you're like, are you asleep?
Yeah.
You're asleep. See you tomorrow. I
See
love you.
you tomorrow.
You're a bitch.
I love you. But yeah, back to questions.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to. Well, I'm looking forward to the Xbox One, and I really want to get Tomb
So
Raider.
this holiday season,
Yeah,
you're looking forward to that. Okay, Tomb Raider?
yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't
Really?
that coming out in the holiday?
Yeah, it is.
For the
November.
Xbox, not
November.
for the PlayStation.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be kind of my. You're not from the UK?
No, he is from the
Oh
UK.
yeah, you're from the UK. Yeah, I know where you're from. Okay.
Yeah,
I-
remember?
I'm watching you.
I know
Or
where
he knows afterwards.
I
He
know
knows.
where
Yeah,
he
he
knows
does
after
know.
he's told.
I
God.
can't you're
Hindsight's the best.
from. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Tomb Raider because that's gonna be freaking amazing. Oh no,
Oh,
Kieran.
shots fired.
Okay. I think I know a good Cockney accent when I hear it.
I'm
Yeah.
not from the UK,
Sure, I
but
nailed
I
it.
obviously
From
know.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah.
Um,
Show on your shoes, governor. How about a hey penny?
What?
Hey penny for your thoughts.
I don't have many change on me right now, but what else are you looking forward to this
Karen's gonna be like,
Thanksgiving?
fuck you guys.
Or this holiday season?
I'm looking forward to playing the Master Chief Collection. No, that was bad. Okay, I fully admit that was not a.
Yeah, you got some work to do.
That was not a. Good,
Sorry, I'm drunk. It's okay, Kieran.
but I do want
We
to play.
accept you.
Hey,
I do-
you're in the pre-stages. I'm hungover right now.
I do want to play. I do want to play the Master Chief Collection. I know that's already been out for forever, but I think it's just a great thing to just have lying around.
Yeah.
Like, all right, well, we're playing some Halo 2. Like,
No,
I know, right?
actually, I will say it. Local co-op. I love local co-op. It's one of the biggest things for me, and that game has it.
I love local cops too.
local cops or local co-ops. Sorry.
You said cop. Yeah.
I'm playing local
Straight out
co-op
Compton.
with these blokes.
Can you stop? Just please, just stop.
Can you not?
Can you just that the thing you're doing?
Uncharted.
Uncharted.
I haven't played enough Tomb Raider, but Uncharted
Yeah,
is
Uncharted.
the answer that you're looking for.
I'm gonna say like if we're, I haven't played obviously, but I would say Uncharted also.
Just
yeah, I am
Tomb Raider,
super,
Uncharted, JD.
super psyched for Tomb Raider.
no, I already said.
I think
Uncharted.
Uncharted
sorry.
4 is going to be a better game, but I'm still super psyched for Tomb Raider.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's what is that? Chivically?
Obviously,
And I think Persona.
I speak
think
that way.
Persona 5 was announced that it's going to be next year early.
Really.
I think
It's gonna
so.
be
If,
in line
if
with
it,
that Bloodborne or that Dark Souls.
so yeah, if it is coming out, I don't think it will. But if it does come out late
Oh.
this holiday season, I'll totally be.
Sorry,
That'll be my world.
I just realized I have a 30-pack sitting in my trunk right now, and it's
Oh.
Arizona, so that thing's gonna be like blowing up in my trunk.
You might want to get it now.
you
Yeah,
should
I'm gonna go get that beer.
Okay.
Go get the beer.
Anyway, next question. Dun dun dun.
All right.
What is your greatest gaming achievement? Like definitive.
Ooh, I gotta hurry.
The thing that it can be an achievement. It could be something that's exclusive to you. Like, hey, I freaking ran a dungeon. I did like killer at it, and everyone gave me props. It
Yeah.
could be something as small as I beat Chrono Cross. It doesn't matter what it is.
He just.
What?
He knows that that's one of the few RPGs I've beaten, and he just stares at me.
But
He's
I-
like, maybe yours is small, like you beat Chrono Cross.
Is that-
Spencer?
Is that yours?
No, it's not mine, but it is
Oh.
an achievement.
Hey, hey, that game can be hard. It can be hard. If you really wanna pace yourself, that game can be hard.
Maybe you got past level 1 in a Mario game, Spencer.
1-1. It's a difficult task, right, Spencer?
He pulled a woman. He pulled a woman from a game. You dated a chick from a game. Hey,
Huh.
you know what? On that note, I actually dated a chick that I played League of Legends with once.
Oh God.
I went on one date.
She's like, your toxic ass mentality is what,
Yeah.
what I love.
Yeah, I was just feeding her. No, she was a troll. She was terrible.
Oh really?
She was awful. Hopefully your experience was better than mine.
Like terrible looking, or
Well, no. Well, yes. Terrible, terrible looking.
Okay.
She was terrible looking, and the reason that I'm so rude about it is because she was also a terrible person.
really?
Oh, on the inside. Just, I met her mom on our first date.
Oh God.
Like, when I went to pick her up, she was at her mom's house.
Okay.
And I picked her up, and her dog was like, "Hey, I'm a dog." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then, because I don't personally care for dogs that much. And
You're
then her
like, "Fuck
mom was
dogs."
like, she asked me to take a picture with her, and her mom was holding the camera and took a picture of us.
Ooh.
Oh.
This is going on Instagram.
Yeah.
Filter.
Yeah, it was.
So what were the question?
It was, what's your greatest gaming achievement?
It was awful.
Damn, dude, I'm sorry.
I meant like,
Yeah.
why are we talking about this?
Oh, he was talking about I pulled a girl from a game.
Yeah.
I pulled
We're
a girl
6
from a
months
game.
of my life. Completed all Call of Duties.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Which are we talking about? The girl then? I've never pulled a girl from a video game, but that's
I don't recommend it.
Well, here's the thing. There are some gamer girls that are actually really cool. There's a lot. I don't know every single one. I can't say that.
I've known every single one, and it's a shallow pit.
I know some very attractive women who play video games. But
Word.
oh, I thought you were drinking beer. I was like, that shit's hot. What are you doing? But
Red Bull.
gives you wings.
I wish.
But
Hot gamer chicks.
Eternal Darkness or Eternal Chaos, that is a good one. Eternal Darkness, hey, good game. Beating Ornstein and Smog, however you want to say his name, is actually a tough fight. It's a real skill check in Dark Souls. So it's a really big, important fight. It's the first boss fight, I think, in the franchise where you fight 2 people at once. I could be wrong. But it's cool because when you kill one, so like you kill Smaug first, and then Ornstein takes his energy, right? So like really, like he's honorable, so he'll just like touch him, and he'll take his energy, and he gets bigger, and you gotta fight him. But you get Ornstein's armor. But if you kill Ornstein first, Ornstein's like wounded, and he's like, all right, I could still fight. And then Smaug just crushes him with his hammer, and he's like, I have energy. And then you have to fight Smaug instead. And then you gotta duke it out. Definitely a cool fight. It's one of the. I need to gift you Dark Souls, and I need to
I have
you
it.
play.
On Steam, though.
No, that's the definitive
Okay, good. I have it,
copy.
yeah. I was going to beat Bloodborne first.
No.
But I got it for like $5.
No, Dark Souls first, then go to Bloodborne. Realize what it's like to have a shield and then lose that shield and deal with Bloodborne. You got it for $5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What the fuck's your problem? I need to.
I guess I'm just a
whoa,
bad,
whoa,
I
guys.
guess I'm just
No,
a bad
Whoa.
person.
Hey, guys. It's okay.
You
I-
don't want to mess with me, bloke.
Oh, God.
Oh god.
Okay, go ahead. Hit him.
I want you to stream that. And I want to be right there with you. Anyway.
What's your stupid gaming achievement?
Oh, God.
Did you already say yours?
No,
No,
I didn't. You go ahead first. 'Cause I'm still thinking about
hitting
it.
level 80 on World of Warcraft.
Really?
That was your biggest achievement?
Damn, dog. How would you be considerate?
I thought it was gonna be like something like Chrono Trigger, like getting through like that, like one of his big games. Like I didn't think it would be World of Warcraft because you're not
Well, I consider gaming achievements being something that you're like, took a lot of work.
and you're proud
Proud
of.
of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, Chrono Trigger, I love the game. I'm not gonna say it's the hardest game ever made.
It's really not.
and like
Okay.
yada yada. No, I would say,
Definitely
hitting
not Killer Coyote.
hitting level 80 on World of Warcraft was like incredible for me because I didn't have all the time in the world to play it.
Mhm.
I was dating a chick and that going to school, working all the time. Like, finally one weekend, I'm like, I'm just doing it, like doing it up, and I
I'm
hit level
doing
80, and that was the cap at the time. And I was like, okay, I can finally say I have played an MMO RPG like to the end.
Yeah.
And now I can raid and do all that crappy stuff that I never really got into because it
Okay.
was awful. But
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
but yeah, no, so I can say I've done it. I've done the 1 to 60 or 1 to 80 or whatever you want to say.
Yeah. That's cool.
Nice.
Eric.
Mine also actually.
Shut up, Eternal Chaos. You don't fucking know.
God. You know Eternal Chaos?
It's Roosevelt.
Who works? No one works, Killer Coyote. No one
So
works.
for me, mine was also from World of Warcraft.
Uh-huh.
Mine was Wrath of the Lich King as well. Defeating the Lich King on heroic 25 man.
There's a lot of lore behind it, but not even that. It's just heroic. You
Yeah,
didn't tell me
the-
heroic, so I just thought
Oh.
it was just beating him.
Oh no! It was so I was just broke up with my fiance.
Uh-huh.
Was playing a ton, and I got burnt out. And my raid team, we progressed all the way up to that end point, and we got all the way through it, and we were working on normal 10-man normal, and I was like, guys, I'm sorry, I'm burnt out, I got to take a break.
Okay.
So I step out, took a break, and then I was like a month and a half later or whatever, I was like, you know what? I'm feeling some World of Warcraft again. Let's get back into this. I jump in, and they're like, hey, dude, we're doing 25-man heroic Lich King. I'm like, what? I don't.
Yes.
How are we even at that point? And then so they took me from first boss all the way through, and it took us 2-3 nights that week, and I was learning all the fights for the very first time. The first night we got through like almost half of the raid in like the first night. I didn't have time to look up any raid strats or anything. They were just going because they've been doing this for weeks now.
Yeah.
So they're like, all right, just stay out of poop and don't
Watch for
don't
the
screw
poop.
up.
Lich King, he likes to poop.
Yeah, so it was very like trial by fire kind of thing.
Yeah.
I will say that I did not help them. Like I didn't do anything fantastic to stand out.
Yeah.
But I also didn't hold them back from anything. I never died in any of the fights.
You have raid situational awareness and all that stuff.
Yeah. Being situated, all the basics of raiding, I understood.
Yeah.
And I had already done it on normal, on 10-man, so I already knew the basic concepts of all the fights and stuff. But for like the extreme modes and stuff, I had no idea. But when they called me up, or when they hit me up, they're like, "Yeah, dude, heroic 25-man Lich King, let's do it." And I at this point hadn't killed Lich King.
Yeah.
So the first playthrough I went up against Lich King. It took us the third night. It took us all night.
Really?
The second night we got to the Lich King, we shot at him like 2 times, and then we're like, all right, it's end of night. We all gotta go to bed. The third day, we spent the entire raid time just fighting the Lich King, and afterwards, I was like, everyone, shut up! I like logged out of Vent. I was like, I don't even want to hear these assholes while I'm listening to this story. Because at the time, you didn't YouTube the ending of a video game.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, you didn't YouTube it and see the ending cinematic. You actually watched it when you beat it.
What a bunch of shit stains.
Wait, I didn't even know people did that. That's really weird.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
even with Final Fantasy, like there's a lot of like lore. It's exclusive. They try not to make it like for heroic. Was there a new story?
There was
brought in.
There was additional dialogue in the background.
Yeah.
But if there was too much raid vent chat going on, you almost never heard it. You had to read it.
No,
So-
I mean like okay. So for instance, if you beat it normally, is it the same cutscene that shows when you beat it heroic?
It's the same cutscene, but there's different in-game event that's going on.
Okay. Yeah.
So
No, I got you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for like Binding Coils of Bahamut, for instance,
Mhm.
for Final Fantasy, there's a lot of like story, but it's literally side story, but
Mhm.
it's like for people that have played like 1.0 or are interested in the story from 1.0. It has a nice story. It's pretty decent. But if you never beat it, it doesn't affect the entire story in the end.
Gotcha.
So that's why I thought it was like that. But
was all a
Wrath of the Lich
dream.
King, but Wrath of the Lich King, on the other hand, is like this pertains to you being
Mhm.
rising to greatness essentially and doing what a lot of people in Warcraft 3 couldn't do.
Yeah,
You know?
that's
So,
that. Honestly, the story behind Warcraft, Wrath of the Lich King from Warcraft 3 on.
yeah. 'Cause
That
you can relate to it. That's why
exactly.
it was so good. Yeah.
It was just a very well told story, and the rise and fall, and
Yeah.
it was honestly it was a really good story. They did a really good job with that.
That's
I will say that
Eric was crying when it
I
was happening.
I might have shed a single tear,
Yeah.
or 20.
Oh God.
22. I'd say there's 22 of them.
What?
All right, now Justin's gonna blow. So apparently, Special Agent Cooper called me out on it on the one of our last podcasts or something. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
And he said, because Justin's a hardcore gamer, and he accomplished something in Devil May Cry where he apparently did like a whole boss fight without getting hit.
Yeah. So, it's an honorable mention, but it's not like my best, in my opinion. But it is pretty nice to have. So you do Bloody Palace. You have to do 100 levels. On Devil May Cry 4, it's 100 levels, and after every 20 levels, you fight a boss, right? And, you work your way up. You fight 5 bosses, you get to level 100, right? You fight, I believe his name is Agnes, or something like that. I forget his name. Anyway, he's a creepy scientist who uses like bugs, stuff like that. Anyway, kill him. After you kill him, 101 is Dante, and there's an achievement to kill Dante without getting touched. There's a big reason why it's an achievement. It's because Dante plays like Dante. He doesn't play like a boss. So if you If you attack him, he'll jump to avoid it, and then he'll come right down with a helm splitter to counter you back. You can roll out of the way from his helm splitter and try and hit him. He will roll. He plays like Dante. He moves very fast. So I don't know what I was thinking. I was in the zone. I had
AutoZone.
Oh God, I was thinking that. I'm tired of always saying that. But
two things kind of happened. I just got out of a relationship, and I was kind of mindless, and I was also drunk, and I was like, just focus on the game. I don't think I've ever been more concentrated in my life.
Really?
Like, fuck tests, fuck academia or whatever.
It's like it all comes down to this.
It was all about Devil May Cry. Like, that was the single most important thing in my life, and I was just playing it for fun, and I was just trying to beat it with another character, and I was just running through, and I'm like, wow, I did pretty good. I'm like, I smoked Dante, and then the achievement popped up. It's like untouchable. I was like, oh, me? Because it takes like 60 minutes. This is the Itch. Thank you for watching. Justin Dodd signing off. The thing is I was not paying attention to it at all. I was just incredibly focused to where when it happened, I was like, oh, it didn't hit me until later. And when I saw Special Agent Cooper talk about it, I was like, I guess that is cool. Because the first person I showed was Troy. Because Troy loves Devil May Cry 2. And he's like, oh, good job, man. And I was just like, oh, thanks, man. But it didn't dawn on me that I actually did something that was that crazy.
Yeah.
Did you look at the PlayStation trophy achievement and see how many people completed it?
It's like it's less than 2%. It's like,
what?
Yeah, or something like that. But there's a couple other ones that are less than 2. But I think like some of them are like triple S every mission on this difficulty, and they're less than 2. But I think it was like at the time I checked it, it was like 0.8 or 0.9 or something like that. Or
Is there
whatever.
PvP in that
now.
game?
In Devil May Cry? No.
Oh.
That would be weird.
So
it would be like the Dante fight.
Yeah, it'd be like the Dante fight.
Eternal Chaos asked us an interesting question. What is the ending you like the most from a video game?
Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, that's quick.
It is the most rounded off ending. I actually went through and there's guys that I follow on YouTube that did like an entire like reboot, or like they talk about every Metal Gear. They went through every single one, and I can tell you right off the bat, Metal Gear Solid 3. It is the most like, you're so invested, and by the end of it, you're a little teary eyed because you're like, shit, damn, But yeah, I'd say Metal Gear Solid 3.
I would say Earthbound. The ending of Earthbound, especially how you beat the final boss.
The fetus.
The fetus. Yeah.
God.
How you beat that final boss is bizarre. And it's kind of
Medical
offensive that they would
procedure?
make. What's that?
So is it a medical procedure? Oh, we're getting kicked off.
It's a coat hanger, yeah. How you beat that final boss is almost offensive if you didn't know beforehand how you have to beat him. But when you actually go through it and do it, it's powerful.
Yeah.
Especially considering the type of game it was. Where it's kind of humorous, but kind of humorous, but kind of dark.
Okay.
That game is really
Undertones are
really
prevalent.
dark.
It's like watching a Disney movie, and there's like it's like watching The Lion King, and you're like, oh yeah,
It's kind of goofy, and then it's like, oh,
you died in a stampede.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
I heard it. I never.
What
actually,
a wonderful phrase.
I actually played it, but apparently in Mother, the first one, the one that's called Earthbound Beginnings here.
Okay.
Apparently in that one, you actually talk a person into committing suicide.
In a comical way.
Yeah,
oh,
I'm sure.
Nintendo.
But yeah, you literally talk a person into doing it.
And then like show.
Can you imagine them doing that game now?
Oh fuck no.
Well, Mother 3 is very dark.
But when
That's
was that
probably why they
made?
didn't release.
That was made when I was in high school.
Right, but now on
So
the
like-
Wii U, they make Mother. What kind of are they even doing it? Because honestly,
Yeah,
to me, when I went through and played that game a little bit, it just reminded me of South Park. Like
It's
a
got-
lot of the things just felt like South Park humor.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
South Park took a lot. No, I said stole, but not really stole. But we're inspired by a
Said
lot of
the
that
S
stuff.
word.
And the
I
Stick
wonder
of
if they even
Truth-
know what that is.
Yeah, the Stick of Truth they specifically said.
Oh, did they?
Is heavily Earthbound inspired.
Wow, I can
That's
definitely tell. That's
Yeah.
why I made the connection.
They
'Cause I
love
played that.
Earthbound. Earthbound's freaking brilliant. But it is very comical and very jokey,
Mm-hmm.
and they make fun of themselves all the time. But the undertones in that game have never been touched.
Let's take this last boss, guys. He's no match for the power of friendship. He's a fetus.
Yeah, supposedly it was inspired by a rape scene that he saw in a movie.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know if that's true or not, but you could kind of.
It was on Did You Know? Yeah,
you can see it.
it's like, oh
But-
god.
Yeah. And the Happy Clan.
The way that
Oh,
you
God,
say
that's
that, the way that you like when you say, "Oh yeah, the final boss is fetus," I think all jokes and stuff, and then you're sitting here like, "It was inspired by a rape scene," and I'm just like,
You can't
"Oh,
make a
so
joke around that.
this is dark. This isn't just a like this is."
The last fight, it's like a turn-based fight, and this is you can see this anywhere, so it's not really a spoiler. You're literally looking like the background of it is literally
Fetus.
like a face like screaming in a circle, like a fetus.
Wow,
Crazy.
wow,
Kind of scary.
And you have to
frightening.
get through it through
a canal.
a canal.
a key now.
Like it makes no bones about you're going through a body to get to this.
Yeah, right. That's a vagina.
Like
Anyway,
the South
so-
Park when you get shrunk.
Yeah, when he goes
Oh
like
my god.
God, I saw that scene for the first time uncensored.
Dude, that
I'm
was
like,
so gross. You're like busting little cum bubbles together.
Yeah, to get through the thing, there's a gerbil and then
I'm like, what
the
the
cell phone and
fuck
stuff.
is going on?
I was smiling, laughing, but in the back of my mind, I'm like uncomfortable,
Yeah.
uncomfortable, but I'm just laughing through it.
That'll do it.
So I think I was playing that game with my brother, and I think my mom was like watching us play the game for a moment, and I'm just like, "Can you leave?"
Yeah.
Like parental guidance. Hello.
Oh
kick her
my
out.
God. Oh.
Man.
So what's your favorite ending?
Honestly, I don't want to say, The Last of Us, because I
I was
feel
actually really satisfied with that ending.
I was too. Some people hate it, but I thought
I
it
know,
was-
right?
I
I'm
thought
like,
it was.
like,
There
you
was
don't
no other way it
understand.
could have gone right.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: the ending of that game, I was angry with,
Okay,
because
but okay, keep going.
I was angry with the ending of the game because the entire.
Hey, hold on.
I'm not
it's
gonna
still-
spoil.
Okay, yeah, spoiler embargoes.
I am not. I'm not.
Okay.
There's you're working towards something the entire game, and then to. Okay, I can't say that.
Yeah.
But the whole idea of this ending and then this happens and then it just didn't make sense to me as like a lot. Like obviously the emotion in that game
Was high.
was very high,
Tensions were high.
but I would say that even in those kind of scenarios, the logical part and the rational part in my brain is still dominant.
okay.
I would not have made the same decision. But I would not have made the same decision.
But I think that's the best thing about it is he's not being logical.
Exactly, and
At all.
that was my. I argued with one of my friends about how I didn't hate the ending. I didn't agree with the ending, but I still loved it because you know why? I talked about it for 3 days with this guy every morning for an hour and a half.
Was it
Yeah.
him?
No, it was
Oh.
my buddy Chris.
Why did you not fill him in?
Well, I don't think
You were the last person to play it.
I
Yeah.
was. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, he's cheating on you with Chris.
Who is this Chris?
Ludicrous.
Christopher Shane from the
Um,
Christopher Shane band.
Yeah.
But
Seriously.
I think the best the best thing about that ending, without really spoiling anything, is the implications and literally the implications. How everything could go, how much people straight out of Phoenix.
Can we pull that mic stand down so we can actually see?
Oh my god. Mr. Microsoft, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Microsoft, thank you for joining us
Just
here.
like no, you didn't have to do that. Like just lay it. There you go.
Anyway, the implications to the ending of Last of Us, I think, are what made it so good because a lot of it's not confirmed. A lot of people think, oh, you need to tell me how this story ends, and
Mhm.
sometimes interpretation is amazing. Sometimes if you just leave it at that, because it'll piss you off, but it'll keep you thinking about it, and then you'll appreciate it more. It's like someone like kicking your ass. Like it's like a parent kicking their kid's ass growing up. They'll appreciate it when they get older. Hey, I have better standards. You know, I know how to behave in public. You know, which my kids they're going to get it.
Hey, thanks for watching. Be sure to give this video a like and comment below. We do videos including quizzes every Tuesday and a podcast every Friday. Check us out on twitch.tv/thisistheitch and theitchnetwork.com, where you can check out links to our podcast and our friends at Does This Game Suck? If you have any questions or topics for us, email us at theshow@theitchnetwork.com. And don't forget, we do new videos every week.